Aside for a second the irony, right, that faith is only restored when you agree with a ruling. Therefore, it's not really faith. It's just, do I agree or not? I find it amazing that when it was 9-0, it is just the Supreme Court. But today, it's everything about Trump-appointed justices. That said, is it fair to make the point that Donald Trump appointed 3 justices? He said why he was going to do it. He ran on it. Therefore, it's not the Supreme Court that's brought this upon themselves, but politicians who have brought this upon the Supreme Court.
I think that's an excellent point, Leland. It's okay for presidents and members of the Senate who confirm justices to take public positions on the kind of people they would like to see on the courts, and to, when they're in office, keep their promises. I wish politicians did that more often. Right? So if Donald Trump got up and said, I'm going to pick from this list, no presidential candidate ever did that before, and he kept his word. That's actually the way we, the people, we, the voters, have any kind of influence on the Supreme Court and the direction of constitutional law. Suppose the Supreme Court was going way off track, like the time it upheld racial segregation. I think it would be totally appropriate for a president to say, I think segregation is wrong, and I'm going to appoint justices who want to get rid of it. And here's a list of people. And you, the voters, send me to Washington, and we will try to move the Supreme Court in the right direction. Not only is that appropriate, that is constitutional. That's actually way better than all these attacks on the individual justices and who they hang around with, who they have drinks with. This is actually, as you, Leland, the way you described it, is the way you should do it.
Due respect, though, it's a little bit more than who they hang around with, right? And I agree with you on the flag issue outside of Alito's house. Blaming your wife, to me, is never a good look. But, you know, Justice Thomas's gifts and luxury travel, that's the appearance of impropriety. It may not be illegal, but you should know that when you're flying around on billionaires' jets and taking vacations from them and that are way beyond what your income allows, that people are going to see that and see that it looks like influence peddling. Justice Jackson's $900,000 book advance for a memoir. Sonia Sotomayor and her law clerks and her book deals. Jackson's Beyonce tickets. I mean, you say that, you know, the court brought this upon themselves because they're so powerful. It's also because how they behave, is it not?
Well, first, I do have a bias here because I did clerk for Justice Thomas, and so that's probably going to affect how I think about this. But the other point I'd make is this pressure, I think, is part of a broader campaign to delegitimize the Supreme Court because the progressives on the left don't like what happened in the abortion case in Dobbs a few years ago. They don't like what happened in the gun rights case. Justices have always been individuals. They have families, they have friends, they write books, they travel. Why is it only in the last 2 to 4 years have we seen these kinds of attacks? That's what I ask.
Okay,
you
fair
could have made these. You launched these.
Go ahead.
No, you could have launched these criticisms against other justices in the past. What we should really care about, and I actually don't have a problem with any of the conduct you've mentioned, is are people trying to influence the justices and how they decide? That's really what we should care about. Are these people who are, right? So I know Harlan Crow took Justice Thomas on trips to different places, and they hung around as friends. Is there any evidence at all that Mr. Crow had any business before the Supreme Court, or that Justice Thomas changed his mind in any way because of their friendship? I don't think so. I'm waiting to see that. If there was that kind of evidence, then I
think you'd agree with me. Good luck trying to get Clarence Thomas to change his opinions on anything that he doesn't agree with or isn't convinced by argument.
No,
I mean, okay.
That's
there is
my point of view. Is like as no, that's my point of view as someone who worked for him and have been in this relationship with him for many, many years since I clerked. He's the guy who would at least change his mind on the Supreme Court about anything because of anybody.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.